Hi, Blair here with MXM. Couple things today. The visits to virus ratio, that data is being used effectively in a lot of states, more effectively in some states than others. It just depends on who you're talking to. We're going to close that out this Friday so that we have one number that the entire industry can use, so it's not a moving target. We would like to go over 20 million check-ins tracked by Friday. We're pretty confident that we'll be able to do that. We're around 16 million check-ins right now. That ratio stays well above 20,000 check-ins for every occurrence of COVID that's called in. So in other words, it just, these outbreaks, as you know, are not happening in clubs. That's the first thing. The second thing is, let's get talking about bouncing back, member experience and bouncing back in ROI. How are you going to get from 30, 40, 50% of revenue and climb higher and higher to 100% of revenue? What I'm hearing from a lot of clubs is 25 to 30% of memberships are on freeze. And it's time we started thinking about what a thaw out campaign would look like. How are we going to thaw out those freezes and get them back in? If they haven't canceled, then they haven't made that overt calculation that it's always going to be too dangerous for me to come in. So maybe there's an opportunity. I'll say that your voice of customer system, using that voice of customer system can be a huge help for getting ROI. A couple of things that we do. We have our review generator, and we've shown that we can generate 7 times more reviews than not using the review generator, and those reviews will be biased much higher. No, we do not game it and send it to just your promoters. And the terms and conditions of every review site tell you can't do that. And in this environment, they're being even more diligent to watch that in order to shut those down. So number 1, review generator. Number 2 is lead generator. We've shown that you generate at least one incredibly solid lead per day by running our lead generator on the back end of the survey as somebody finishes it out. And we run that for everybody, and it's quite customizable. It takes them to a landing page of your choice. So there's 2 ROI points. Here's the other one I want to make. When you start looking at that voice of customer, you're going to have customers that are saying great things about everything that you put in place during that shutdown. As you're creating your email campaigns back to your people that are on freeze, I will contend that the most powerful thing you can do, certainly it's important to say, here's all the things we did, but it would be much more powerful to be pulling out your voice of customer, 2 to 3 comments from members on those key themes that the members sitting at home are worried about, and let the voice of their fellow members speak to the people that are at home wondering if they should come back in. And if that voice of that member is saying, this is the cleanest Jim, I've ever been in. I appreciate everything that you've done to make sure that we are safe in here. I'm at risk, yet I feel more safe here than I do any other place that I go in your town. It's those pieces, and I would say that you take them in certain themes and have that be your campaign that continuously goes out to the freezes to get them thought out. There's 3 major ROI points in here. 1, review generator. 2, lead generator. 3, it's that voice of customer that you're collecting on a regular basis to use to speak to the members that are sitting at home. That's it for today. More to come. I hope your reopen is going fabulous, and I hope we reopen someday.